later, maybe y'all gonna fix something tea. You wanna grab something from the street, bring it home. But
Hey, what's up, my chain breakers? How you doing today? First, I want to say again to anybody that may have missed what I've been saying in the beginning. I am not a lawyer. I'm not a paralegal. I'm an individual that has a big heart for those that are being victimized by CPS, DCFS, and all those other names that are out there for various states. Now, I had an email from a young lady, and she was asking me what does she do with the information that she has, and she has actual proof that her CPS worker has not been very truthful, and she said she has the kind of proof that will make a difference. Now, this form that I'm showing you is called a declaration of facts, and with the declaration of facts, it is very important that you have a lawyer to work with you, a CPS lawyer to work with you. And I'm going to state in every one of my videos, do not get a family law attorney, because they are not going to be able to help you, okay? And it's not because they don't know what they're doing. It's almost as though you're trying to give instructions for a basketball player, to play a good game, and you are a football coach. You may have some knowledge of basketball, and maybe some of the rules apply, but not all of them, okay? So what I'm saying is this: if you get a regular family law attorney, they're going to be eaten up in court, because they're going to take advantage of the fact that this lawyer has no understanding or knowledge of the juvenile system, okay? So what you want to do is get you a juvenile dependency CPS lawyer that can help you, all right? So with that being said, make sure that with this declaration of facts that you sit down with your CPS lawyer, because when it comes to our emotions, we want to write down every little tidbit, and we want to make sure that we don't miss anything. But with this paperwork, you have to write only the facts. And once you write down the facts only, then you may get an opportunity in court to elaborate a little bit more on each and every fact that you bring forward on this piece of paper, okay? If you try to do it yourself, you're going to mess yourself up, because there are certain words that you may end up using that may incriminate you or make your case a lot worse. Now, when you get a CPS worker, they can go through critique. You could talk with them and tell them what you are trying to say, attempting to say, along with the proof, that you're bringing forward, okay? So I want to make sure that everybody understands you cannot do this. I don't care how articulate you are. I don't care what type of degree you have. You absolutely should consult a CPS lawyer, okay? I'm stressing this point, because one word out of place, it could be so much as a comma, a period, an exclamation mark, a semicolon. It could be anything, and that could change the dynamic of what you're trying to say. So that's why it is important to get a lawyer, okay? So if the lawyer makes a mistake, it would be easier for that lawyer to say, you know what, I made a mistake, let me correct this for the record. And they will be able to do that. You can't do that, okay? They're going to take everything that you say, every mistake that you make, and they're going to chew you up and put you in a blender and puree you, okay? So this is why I'm saying it's very, very important to always seek a lawyer when it comes to any type of paperwork. Don't sign anything, even if you're being threatened. Make sure you record, record, record. A lot of people think, oh, I could just get an audio. No, you get a video recorder and you record, record, record. Okay? Don't over talk. Don't get in the way. You allow things to take place naturally. When they come and visit you, don't be excited, don't be disrespectful, don't be rude. Just, get all your understanding and guidance from your CPS lawyer. You really don't want to mess yourself up. A lot of people, again, I'm going to say, if you're dealing with CPS, do not let them in your house. As long as you don't let them in your house, you are under your Fourth Amendment protection right, okay? And if you let them in, you have violated your own Fourth Amendment right, and it will be very much impossible for a lawyer to help you then. If they force their way into your home, then you have more rights, and it is totally against the law in every state, okay? So again, I say, you guys, please consult a lawyer. I know that I'm talking because I need you to understand this is not a game. And for those that are calling CPS on people because you're mad at them, because you don't like what they said to you, they may have said, some profane words towards you. They may have, called you out on something that you have done. It could be anything. Don't use CPS as a weapon, you guys, okay? Because for one, you don't understand. Once you call CPS in the moment of anger, while your anger subsides and you go on ahead with your life, the people that you call CPS on are going to be going through years and years of financial loss, turmoil, pain, hurt, and you're going to hurt the children. If you want to go after the person individually, do that. I'm not condoning that you do. I mean, if they cuss you out and you cuss them out too, don't talk to me and I'll never talk to you, that's good enough. Just don't be in each other's space. But don't use CPS as a means, to try to hurt somebody, because you're not just going to hurt that individual. You're going to hurt children that had nothing to do with your quarrel. They had nothing to do with your fight. And now, let's say you do that and you forgive that person. Now you got to watch, if you're strong enough, the hell that you put that person through. Yeah, you can go to court and say you lied, but nevertheless, it doesn't matter because the damage has already been done. Okay? And we have to grow up. We have to stop. We have to take a breath. We have to start thinking. We have to start using our heads now before we start calling CPS and calling the police on people for little stupid stuff. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you know that the family is really being abusive to that child and doing it for real, then I advise you definitely call CPS to get that child some help. But if a child is not in any type of danger, do not use that as a means, you know what I'm saying, to try to hurt the adult, because you're going to hurt the child. If the child is bothering your child and there's no resolution, you have to figure out a different way instead of calling Child Protective Services. You might want to, go to the police station and ask them, what can I do? If this child continues to bully, I tried to talk to the parents and nothing is being done. Don't just up and call CPS on that child, because you really don't know what people are teaching their children in their own individual homes. We don't know. We don't know. The child could be suffering from, some trauma or something, or there could be a chemical imbalance, or something could be going on with that child that they're lashing out. Maybe you're not the only one, or your child is not the only one, and the parent doesn't know how to articulate that, look, my child has a mental illness, And a lot of times when it comes to people having kids with mental illnesses, it's hard for people and parents especially to, admit my child has a mental illness, they'll just take it, oh, my child is just busy, my child is just very expressive, but they don't really they're embarrassed and they think it's something that they did to cause this imbalance in their child, but it's not their fault. I'm saying all that to say, don't use CPS as a means to deal with issues. Like I said, if you definitely see that there is abuse of any kind in that child's home, definitely call CPS and get that child some help, okay? Because when you do it and there's no violence in that home, there's no neglect, that home is a loving home, and it's just that you're mad at that person, or you may not like that individual, or that individual ended up with your ex-boyfriend or the man that you're still in love with, you can't take that out on the new woman. You have to take it out on the man or the person that you were involved with, because they made the decision to go out and seek someone else, okay? So don't go calling CPS on her because you're pissed off at her or him. Deal with it like an adult. Some people, God lets us let go for a reason, okay? If that person decides to get into another relationship with someone and you still love them, go through the process, go through the hurt, go through all that so that you can heal, because that's not the only person that God created. You might get, that person may be the type of person that will continually cheat on you for the rest of that relationship that you guys spent together, but then once you let that relationship go, then you find a person that want the same things that you do. So we have to get into asking people questions, like finding out what their love language is, finding out how they resolve conflicts, just having those conversations with people. Just because they look good and they talk good to you in the beginning, you still should not let your guards down. Always keep your guards up and look for telltale signs before you actually make a kid or walk down that aisle, okay? My pastor said there are 6 people walking down the aisle when you go to get married: who you say you are, who you think you are, and who God knows that you really are, okay? So that's 3 for each person, all right? And then you can even say who you want to be, who you may not be, and who God knows that you are. So it goes so many different ways, and we exchange lust, L-U-S-T, for love. And then when the lust goes away, we get hurt, okay? Some people are in lust, L-U-S-T, with you, and you take it as though they're in love with you. Nobody could turn love off and on. So you need to find out the dynamics, the history. If they talk and say certain things about their ex relationship, don't be so quick to say, I don't want to hear that. Explore it. Find out. Get more information. Because it could be that person is the type of person loves the idea of being in love, and once the smoke settles, he's no longer, or she's no longer in love. It could be that that person is only motivated by money. It could be all sorts of reasons, but you need to find out, is this something that you're willing to deal with for the rest of your life once you make those commitments of being married and having children? Because those children will be left with a lifetime of trauma, and they will repeat what they have learned. So we have to be careful, men and women, on who we are choosing, who we are selecting, who we are trusting, who we are bringing into our circle, who we are bringing into our forefront. Because children are nothing but little sponges. They soak up everything that they see, what we say, and the things that we do. So we have to be careful. And to all those that are going through it with CPS right now, my heart is with you. Please leave your name in the comment section below, and I will definitely add you to my prayer list, because I want to see a change. Also, I'm going to be bringing you some more information. There's another channel that I watched. They're going to be doing a rally, and I'm going to bring that information. I need to ask permission first before I just jump and make a move. But with that being said, you guys, I love you all. Take care, and don't forget to hit that like button, post notification bell, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share. Talk to you later, and have a blessed one, you guys. Be kind to one another, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.